another video. You ready? It's a special episode today. We're taking it out of the hallway and we're in the kitchen with Jeff. We're cooking with Jeff. Even though I already cooked everything. I already did it all. It's already done. So the video's already shot. But anyway, I already did it, so here it is. So recently I posted my off-season diet plan. Got a lot of feedback, a lot of questions, a lot of good stuff, a lot of criticism, which is good. You want to be on top of things. You want to, see them for what they are, and if you can't do it, you want to try to bash it down. You know what I'm saying? So what I want to do is talk a little about why I eat the things I do, why I started eating so much, and my reasoning behind it, right? So I always thought, the whole saying, right? Eat big, train big, or eat hard, train hard, train big, train hard, eat big, grow mean, grow hard. We're going to move on, okay? Grow from eating a lot of fucking food, right? So that's what I did. And then my thought process was to grow because I'm eating this much food now and I'm not growing, right? I got to eat a lot more food to grow. Now, if I'm going to eat a lot more food to grow, what's the best way to do it? Eat a lot of good food so I grow optimal the way I want to, right? Because crap food can't make you grow. You might just get fat. And those nutrients aren't going to go to building muscle, correct? That's what my thinking. Sounds nuts, I know. Sounds nuts, right? But for some reason, if you look at the way our society is going, same thing with bodybuilding and nutrition. It's all in parallels together. Think about it. Everybody's a sissy now, right? Everything is coddled. Everybody gets a trophy. Don't hurt my feelings. I won't hurt your feelings. I'll tell on everybody and make a blog about you, right? Same thing with the bodybuilding nutrition. What's the hardest thing to do? Eat a lot of food. Now, you can eat a lot of junk food, and it's not that hard, but what's the hardest thing to do? Eat a lot of good food. So what are people going to do? They're going to try to bash it. They're going to try to justify to themselves, because they don't want to or can't do it, why nobody should do it, because they have to try to debunk it, so it seems invalidated, so then they can feel better about themselves. But there's no other way to do it but eat a lot of good food and do it in a manner where it's gradual. Don't just eat all this food. You can't just eat all this food. Your body's not ready for it. Your digestive system's not ready for it. You're not going to be able to utilize it. You're probably going to be in the bathroom all day. So you have to build up to it. If I don't eat one of these meals and it goes past my 2-hour mark, my body will start getting acid reflux because my body is getting ready. It's used to the food. I get salivate. I'm not hungry. I'm always full, but my body knows it's going to eat. So you got to build up to it, right? So I want to talk about a little bit about the food and why I eat it. A lot of people had questions. So breakfast, I do 9 whole eggs with the cholesterol. Yes, the cholesterol's in there, right? A lot of good stuff in the yolk. Really good for you. Cholesterol helps with testosterone production. Think about the other end. People go to the doctor. They tell them they have high cholesterol. They put them on a statin. Lowers their cholesterol. Lowers their testosterone. All sorts of pains. A lot of pains in the legs. They can't walk right. So what does that tell you? They don't even know what the cholesterol. Statins are the worst drugs for you. I've seen it time and time again. I've talked to hundreds of people when I was working at GNC with all the side effects. They go back and forth with the cholesterol. Some people even say cholesterol levels don't even matter, or it's about the ratio. HDL is the most important. If it's above LDL, you're fine. So that goes back and forth. Some people say eating the cholesterol in eggs has no effect on your cholesterol. It's genetic. For me, I eat a ton of eggs, and I don't have any problems. I got problems, but it's not the cholesterol problems. So then I do a half a cup of oatmeal with that, 2 ounces of apple in there, I got a half a cup of strawberry, I got a half a banana, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. Fats slow the digestion of everything so you don't spike your insulin too high and put on body fat. Helps you absorb your nutrients better and also ups my calories. I got to the point where I needed more calories, so I added even more fats. Next meal, we're moving on, right? We're sailing. Ahoy sailors. We're docking it now. We're at the next meal. Half a pound of chicken breast, cooked weight. We got the sweet potato. It's like a potato with beta-carotene and vitamins and minerals added to it. Really good for you, good for the skin. We got the broccoli. I'm big into vegetables. A lot of bodybuilders don't eat enough of vegetables because it's too hard to get them in. A lot of insoluble fiber, scrapes your intestines, all the stuff from the insides, so your body can absorb more nutrients, more protein, be utilized for what you want, muscle growth and other things in the body. We're moving on, we're trucking ahead to the next meal, which I usually will do a chicken shake. It depends if I'm at work or not, wherever I'm at. Chicken shake in the NutriBullet. Half a pound of chicken breast cooked. I got a 1/4 cup of oats, a half a cup of strawberries. I got a half a cup of mango or pineapple I do. Okay, and then I usually have a vegetable, broccoli or spinach. I'll do that. I don't believe in like whey proteins and all that stuff. Not necessarily whey protein itself, but all the companies with the amino spiking and saying they have this much in there and not, and all the fillers, and I just said, no. Okay, I'm just going to do the food. And real world, I noticed results pretty quickly by replacing the set amount of protein in the whey with the chicken. I don't think it's the chicken itself. I just think it's the whole food protein source. Noticed gains and got harder. So that's why I do the chicken. Plus, it's convenient. It's a whole food. I can drink it real quick. It allows me to get more calories in throughout the day. So you don't have to sit down and eat tons of meals all day because most people can't do that. Alright, so then we're moving on. I do the steak. So I got a potato, left the skin on for the fiber, slowed the digestion down. I got the steak. I do lean steak, top round or eye of round. Has a saturated fat in there, which is good for you, by the way, what they're finding. Helps with hormone production. They found it helps with cell proliferation in the brain. Actually, it's good for brain health, for God's sakes. Try to get that in once a day or every other day. Got a big salad. I try to do a big salad with one of my meals at least once a day. Romaine lettuce. I got bell peppers in there. I got tomatoes. I got onions. A little bit of olive oil for the monounsaturated healthy fats. Also, the fat is going to help with the vitamins that are fat soluble that can only digest and absorb in the body with a fat source added to it. Then I usually have another chicken shake. Then later in the day, I'll probably have another shake at some point in there. One of my last meals of the day will be my second egg meal. Another 9 whole eggs. Oh my God, you're going to die right there talking about it, right? And you're going to get so fat, right? You're going to get so fat. You get so fat in the off season, right? And then I got another thing of oats here. 2 ounces of apple. I got 2 tablespoons of almond butter. I like to switch it up. No honey in this one. I don't need that quick carb in there at that point. And then I also forgot the almonds I usually do with a meal, which is another fat source, added calories, healthy fats, fiber. Then my middle of the night shake I'll do, depending on the day, it might be my last meal or I drink it in the middle of the night, is a half a pound of chicken breast. We do another vegetable in there, no carbs, just peanut butter to slow that all down to get that what you would call like your casein protein effect. So that's what I do. That's my diet plan, a little why I eat all that. And then the whole fruit debate. People ask me, why do you eat so much fruit? Well, because I'm a fucking chimpanzee. What do you mean? I eat fruit because it's delicious. It's beautiful. It's nutritious. It's colorful. Full of antioxidants. Full of vitamins. Lots of fiber depending on the fruit you get. I think the whole debate with fruit getting you fat has to do with the mix-up between fruit juice and fruit. Fruit juice is fruit devoid of its pulp and fiber, usually devoid of a lot of its vitamins, minerals, and antioxidant at that processing point. That's pure sugar water. That's going to spike your insulin. More chance of getting fat from that, unless you have a super fast metabolism. When you eat whole fruit or mix it with other sources of fats and vegetables and meat, it's going to slow the digestion even more. So basically what you're getting is essentially a potato or white rice with added vitamins and nutrients to it. So it's more nutritious. I highly doubt if I replaced all the fruit with the exact amount of white rice, that the white rice is going to keep me leaner than the fruit. Okay, I think I'm going to be more beneficial with the fruit here. Now, when I get closer to contest prep, I limit the fruit, but I'm limiting overall carbohydrates and calories to get leaner. So then I'll cut down on the fruit. And then another thing, people say, well, you get pretty fat in the off season. I really don't put on that much body fat. Now, I do get bloated. I hold a lot of water. I look like a pregnant hippo's bloated fat cankle. I do. So I'm going to admit that. But it's not really body fat. To be honest with you, it's from the special supplements. I don't limit my estrogen. I don't manipulate water because I don't really care how I look in the off season. And I actually like the water retention because it helps lubricate my joints. It keeps everything, my tendons and everything, feeling better when I'm working out. I get a better pump. As long as my blood pressure is in the normal range, I don't really care. I don't use an aromatase inhibitor unless I absolutely need to for other side effects. Because limiting estrogen can limit gains. They found estrogen plays a role in gaining muscle also. And when you use an aromatase inhibitor, that really destroys your HDL cholesterol, your good cholesterol, which is not good for you. So that's why I do that. I don't really care how I look in the off season. I just care about how I look on stage. Now, I could, if I did manipulate estrogen, I could drop the water and look like a completely different person within 2 to 3 weeks. So I don't worry about that too much. So that's pretty much why I do everything I do here. My intra-workout supplements that I do use would be Super Carb by NutraBio. I'm not paid by them. I actually like it. It's cyclic dextrins, which is a super quick digesting carb that does not sit in your stomach, so you get a better pump, gets to the muscle faster, helps with recovery, your glycogen stores. Branched chain amino acids that is not made with hair or duck feathers, so it's actually made the right way. And then I also do the creatine hydrochloride by WellBody. I found on Amazon. I like the hydrochloride. It's more acidic, pH balance. It goes good with your stomach acids, absorbs really well. I get no stomach discomfort. I do the Blackstone Labs Dust Extreme. It's like crack before the workout without any of the jitters or anything, just a good focus. And that's pretty much it, folks. So have a good day and keep on trucking.